One pitch coming up, and that's gonna be a grand slam. But now I'd like to see Alberto Rincon get a hit. He gets this piece of this one quite nicely. It is back, and it is gone. What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And for today's episode, we have got a good one, as we have some debuts today in our MLB the Show draft only franchise. Not only is it the debut of Alberto Rincon, our very exciting first base prospect that we drafted last year, but it's the debut of the entire team at the AAA level. Won the championship at the AA level last year, promoting now to be a AAA team as our main team. But taking a look, it's not going to be quite as easy, I think, to win the AAA championship, as we're only the 24th ranked team. Still top of the league in contact and speed like we were last year, but power, defense, and pitching all bottom of the league. And so as we take a quick preview, as we will later in this season into the drafts, that's obviously going to be where I am focused at the most, getting some more power hitting as well as some pitching and some defense. But let's go ahead and take a look at our first game at the AAA level. It'll be interesting to see just how different the games feel now that we are at a tier higher of competition. I honestly thought that this team, going into the season was going to be pretty good at the AAA level, but if we're going to be good at all, it's going to be carried by contact hitting, much like it was last year, but at least our pitching was more competitive to the field at the AA level. This time, it's going to be a real struggle, as we'll face Max Meyer of the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp today. Carl McIntyre is going to fly out to right there. Hit that one well, just couldn't quite get it to drop. Jason Gill up next. He's falling behind on the 0-2 pitch. He's going to go around a pitch that almost hit him. That's how far inside it was. So not his finest work to start the season. Alan Evans, 1-2 pitch. Gets it to drop just past the second baseman. A little bit of a bloop hit to start the season. And that'll bring up the first ever at bat for Alberto Rincon. He's going to be hitting in that 4 spot for us this year. Starts his career with a strikeout, so not the most exciting start, but that's just a little bit of a preview of maybe how it's going to be this year, as we are no longer the best team in our respective league. Buster Pringle also going to struggle a little bit to start, as he will walk his first batter to start his season, bringing up Tanner Morris, who gets a hittable pitch there low in the zone, and that one's going to drop fair. And it's going to score a run as well. The relay throw's not in time to even make a competitive play on the runner. And so Jacksonville already taking a lead. Yeah, the game's early, but I can already tell the talent difference versus what we've been facing thus far in this series. And I'm excited for an added challenge here, as Vossler gets a hit well, but right to Dempsey. Is he straight up wearing aviators out there? That's a gangster move. Troy Johnson up. He is going to ground out to Alberto Rincon. Nice to see that pink sleeve and glove out there. Definitely makes him stand out, which is exactly the intended goal. That is a very generous call, but it was a borderline pitch, and sometimes you're going to get those calls, and we're going to get Another one here is they'll say Sandoval went around, so not very impressive offensively through our first 2 innings here at the AAA level. That one's going to sneak past Dempsey, so Victor Mesa Jr. is going to get on base on the 2-2 pitch, bringing up Elroy Wolf. This one's grounded 2-second, a 4-6-3 double play. He's going to get these guys right out. Nice job there. That will retire the Jumbo Shrimp quietly in the seconds. Benito Vasquez is going to fly out to right field. Still, went all through our inning, only was able to get 1 bloop hit, and so Carl McIntyre going to fly out once again. He's had 2 flyouts, and he's probably been our most impressive offensive player so far, which isn't great. Andy Cape is going to swing at the slider low, and he will be out. 2-2 pitch. Ian Lewis swinging at that fastball inside, so a nice third here from Buster Pringle. 2 strikeouts thus far, now an 0-1 pitch. Hit well, but caught by Vasquez. Nice reaction time there. And so the score will remain 1-0. Can our offense finally get something going here? It won't start with Jason Gill as he'll go down swinging. Alberto Rincon, do we see his first professional hits? 0-1 pitch now. It's going to hit him in the leg. So we'll get somebody on base. Maybe not the way I really wanted to, but I'll take it any way we can get it at this rate. But Vasquez is going to pop this one up to short. Not going to be able to do anything with getting Rincon on base. And our offense is just terrible so far in this game. Can't do a thing through 4 innings as Pringle will walk another here. Bring up Jason Vossler, full count pitch. He swings at the high fastball. Could have had himself a base via walk, but got a little over aggressive instead. And now trying to steal and caught by Kevin Sandoval. Our first ever draft pick in this franchise, particularly for that reason, because he is a great defensive catcher, and it's nice to see that put to use on that occasion. A flyout on the full count pitch would end the 4th for the Jumbo Shrimp. Kevin Sandoval, he's going to break his bat there and reach safely despite being not the fastest guy on the planet. So it's the second time in a row where we've got a base, maybe not the best way you would hope, but at this point I'll take it anyway I can get it, as Benito Vasquez hits it well but right to first. Blake Boyer, what can he do now? He's gonna get this one deep to right field. That one's gonna drop. Extra bases for sure, but can we tie this game up? Kevin Sandoval is going to score. They won't even try the throw. And so Blake Boyer, that clutch rating has come up pretty big, honestly. Now several times in the last few episodes. Of course, in the playoffs last year. And then to start this one, and now Carl McIntyre is getting on the fun. The offense has woken up, and now Charlotte has a lead. And with 2 outs, the Knights are doing some work. Offense finally coming into play. You know, we might not be the best team in the league, but we still are the best contact hitting team. And we definitely saw a glimpse of that to end that inning. Bring it back out here, bottom of the 5th. This one's going to sneak past Dempsey. Gill's going to track it down. Throw towards second, but Mesa Jr. was content there with the single. So leadoff single for the Jumbo Shrimp. Elroy Wolf lifts this one pretty deep to left. Jason Gill getting a little bit of a workout here in this 5th inning. But that'll be the first out required. Ronaldo Hernandez up next. Full counts. We're trying to go for the pickoff, but that's going to be an error on Buster Pringle. The first error of that type that I've actually seen in this game. Just a pickoff. Just sailing on him. Full count now. That one's hit by Hernandez, and that's going to be another error. 2 consecutive errors is going to put a man in scoring position for the Jumbo Shrimp. Still only one out. Maybe you need to change those aviators off there, Bubs. 3-1 now for Yidi Cape. He's swinging, and Alberto Rincon can't make the play. Velasquez is going to throw home, but it won't be in time. The Jumbo Shrimp tie this one back up at 2 apiece. Ian Lewis back up to lead off. Sorry, to flip over the order, not lead off, as we've already had many batters this inning, but Tanner Morris will lift this one over to center on the 0-2 pitch. That one's handled easily by McIntyre, and so through 5, the game is tied at 2. Max Meyer has had a really good game against us, other than, of course, the last inning. But Alberto Rincon still waiting on that first hit. Of course, reached base via hit by pitch earlier, but hasn't actually made contact with the ball that resulted in a hit. With his bat, I should say. He did make it with his body. But we would go down quietly in the 6th. Buster Pringle would remain there, and a nice throw on the move. We get the first out of the 6th. Full count now for Jason Vossler, and that one was not particularly competitive. So Vossler's going to walk over to first. More jog, but we'll call it a walk. 2-2 now for Victor Mesa. That one was a miss right over the middle of the zone, and it's going to result in a hit. So now Jacksonville has a man in scoring position to take the lead in this ballgame. 3-1. Inside, swung on, and Elroy Wolf will be caught out on the pop out to short, and the game will remain tied. We have one less hit, but we also given them 2 errors, so the fact that this is tied is probably a little bit lucky for us. Marty Dempsey swinging at that one low in the zone. A throw on the move by the shortstop. Nice play there. We'll get him out. Here to lead off the 7th. Bringing up Kevin Sandoval. That is not his best swing, as he will get called out swinging on that one. And of course, definitely not going to make that run over to first base in time with that speed. But offense, for the most part, has really struggled. 2 outs in the 5th is really the only time we've had much success at all, and that's going to continue here with Benito Vasquez. Now, time for 7th inning stretch. And we'll see if anyone can ignite their offense late in this one. We would bring in Julian Quintana here in the 7th. And the 2-2 pitch right down the middle, but Ronaldo Hernandez couldn't quite locate it, so he'll go down swinging. Oh, pitch now for Cape, as he's going to lift this one, and Jason Gill can't quite get there. He's going to get a little bloop single here out into left field. Always love when the first base coach is kind of making fun of the player for a hit, but you know my philosophy. A hit is a hit is a hit. That's going to be a walk there to bring Cape into scoring position now, but 2 outs, 1-2 pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Quintana able to retire the Jumbo Shrimp without any problem here in the 7th. They did get one more hit on the board. He's pumped up, as he should be. Blake Boyer 1 for 2 so far this day. He's going to get that one just past the glove of third base. He'll get hit number 2. He's continued to impress as of late. Of course, in the playoffs last season, and now here to start with a multi-hit day for him. 0-2 for McIntyre. This one's chopped to the pitcher. Trying to go for 2, but that is going to get past the glove. And we're going to be safe now. No outs, a man in scoring position. The second time we've seen an error on the pitcher in this episode. 0 for 3, Jason Gill's going to try to bunt the runners ahead. He'll do that successfully, but won't be able to reach the bag himself. And so now first base is open. 2 men in scoring position, 1 out. Should be a good time for Alden Evans, but then he grounds it straight to third, so we can't advance anybody. But can Alberto Rincon bring home some people? We will never know because he's going to be intentionally walked. That's some scum tactics if you ask me, even though it's not really. It's kind of smart. But can Leandro Velasquez make them pay for the intentional walk here? 1-1 pitch coming up. And that's going to be a grand slam. 2 outs. Will take a commanding lead. Leandro Velasquez does not like these intentional walks. Gonna make him pay for it. 6-2 now for the Charlotte Knights. What a swing. The first grand slam we've actually seen on the channel in MLB the Show 23, which means really in history because this is the first MLB the Show game we're putting on this channel. Awesome, awesome, awesome clutch moment here for Leandro Velasquez. And with the way this game has been going, you got to think that's enough to secure the victory here. I could watch this swing over and over again. 420 feet. You got to love it. Jacksonville would then bring in Austin Smith following the grand slam. 1-0 pitch, Marty Dempsey up here. He hits righties pretty well, not very good against lefties. But he is going to get this one to sneak past the infield. And he's going to extend this 8th for us. Maybe we can tack on another run. Kevin Sandoval, though, falling behind 0-2. Going to be caught there on the ground out. And so now we just have to protect the 4-run lead, excuse me, here in the top of the 9th. All thanks to Leandro Velasquez. Grand slam. Excuse me, this is actually the bottom of the 8th. For some reason, I thought we were hitting at the bottom of the order. That's not the case because we are on the road. We are not at home in this game. So a leadoff double will be nice here for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, but Julian Quintana bounces back with a strikeout there. Very well located now, 2 outs. And Jacksonville in serious danger of wasting that leadoff double. They're not going to do it here, though, as Elroy Wolf will draw a walk. And that will be the end of the day for Quintana. I didn't mind, walking that guy there, but we're going to play it safe, and I don't mind the call. David Ryan going to ground this over to Vasquez. Spinning play is made. Very nice. End of the 8th now. We've got one more opportunity to extend our lead. Blake Boyer up to the plate. He's going to get his 3rd hit of the ball game. A very nice AAA debut from Blake Boyer in this game, as he'll have a double there with 1 out. And now can we bring him across and maybe get ourselves a 5-run lead? I certainly would not complain at that. Carl McIntyre, 1 for 4 on the day. And Boyer is going to be caught over there with the pickoff throw. Just start to praise a man for how good he's been, and then he's going to get you an out. So we wouldn't end up extending our lead at all here, but Jacksonville only with 1 more chance to get back in this ball game. They're going to go for a bunt here. You got to get them out on the bunt. You can't reward these scum tactics. And the bare hand pick up there by Dempsey is going to get him out. Not really scum tactics. I just feel like it's like, be a man, hit the ball, you know what I mean? I understand, situational hitting in baseball maybe calls for the occasional bunt, but in the end, Charlotte would get the win anyway. Might be one of the worst teams in baseball, but we're going to start off with the victory today. Player of the game is Blake Boyer, no surprise. But because we didn't see any hit from Alberto Rincon, I really wanted to get a second game in here, and this will be our home opener here, as it will be a Diego Moya start. Probably our best lefty, not probably, he is our best long-term lefty in the rotation. So I wanted to see a start from him, excuse me. But hasn't been a great start by any means, as that's going to actually score a run. I thought for sure the relay throw would be there in time, but it was just late. It was a bang-bang throw, but another inning where we allow a run in the first. Sorry, another game where we allow a run in the first. My words have been mixed up quite often today. I don't know why. But 2 hits on the board for the Lehigh Valley. What is the Iron Pigs? I think is their actual name. Carl McIntyre will start the game much like he did our first with a strikeout. Jason Gill is going to follow in his footsteps for another here. So, once again, offense not looking great to start out the game. Alden Evans, though, is going to get a hit. And so, kind of, honestly, much like that first game where the first 2 batters out, Alden Evans gets himself a 2-out hit. But now I'd like to see Alberto Rincon get a hit. He gets this piece of this one quite nicely. It is back and it is gone. Alberto Rincon is going to give the Charlotte Knights a lead. Wanted to see a hit from him, and boy, he did a good one. A 2-run homer. It's got that Jazz Chisholm home run celebration package. And so some fancy little celebrations there, but boy, am I glad that we got a second game here in this episode. Andrew Velasquez is also going to extend the inning here with a 2-out double. So doing a lot of work here with 2 outs. Just something you love to see. Can Marty Dempsey continue this inning along? Gets a solid piece of that ball, but it went straight to center field. So we'll have to settle for the 2 runs here, but oh man. The first glimpse of the potential of Alberto Rincon as he gets one to go yard in the first inning. Gabriel Rincones is going to go down swinging for the second out here, top of the second. Now, Ethan Wilson swinging at the high fastball. Easily caught over at right field by Velasquez. So Lehigh Valley will not be able to cut into this 1-run lead. Kevin Sandoval gets a nice hold of this one out into right field. That one's going to touch down and hop over the wall. Felt like it had been quite a while since we'd seen a really good Kevin Sandoval hit. He's hit really well in simulation last year, but nice to see it actually play out in an episode. And Benito Vasquez gets a nice hold of this one into left field. That one's going to hit that little balcony and be the second home run of the day for the Knights. The second 2-run homer as well. So we might be the worst AAA team in terms of power, but it doesn't seem so to start out this game. 2 homers now, 360 feet, just enough to get over the wall. And now we take a commanding 4-1 lead. Carl McIntyre going to strike out for the second time in this game. Been striking out a lot here in this episode. Gill pops this one out to the left. Tracked down by the shortstop. And so that would be the extent of our offense here in the second inning. That one is going to sneak by Dempsey, diving, can't make the play. So Mike Antico will get himself a single here, top of the third. 1 down here as well. So he'll chat a little bit with Alberto Rincon. 2 outs now, brings up Henry Castellano. That one was not a bad pitch, but it's hit regardless. That's going to extend the inning for Lehigh Valley. Now with a man in scoring position with these 2 outs. Looking to bring somebody across, and Josh Lester's going to do that. The throw will be there, but not in time. And so Lehigh Valley brings across a second run in this game. 2-2 pitch for Jorge Alfaro. That one's going to deflect off the glove of Dempsey. And so not going to have a score here, but it is going to load the bases here, bringing up Carlo De La Cruz. Jammed inside. That one's going to be caught by Alberto Rincon. So that inning could have been worse than it was. Still, though, High Valley gets a second run across the board. Alden Evans is going to walk here. Definitely that one could have been easily a strike, but we'll take it. That was the most competitive pitch thrown to him in that at-bat. 0-2 now for Rincon, bottom of the zone. He is going to ground into a double play. So second at-bat, not nearly as good as the first here, 3-6-3 for the Iron Pigs. That changeup is going to be called for a strike, which is absolutely ridiculous. And it's going to end the inning for us. That one is what you call a strike there. Beautifully located, bottom of the zone. And going around is Ethan Wilson. So Diego Moya with a second strikeout here, top of the fourth. Getting some nice K's at the bottom of the zone in this one. Scott Kingery is going to fly out to Carl McIntyre over at center. So the score will remain as is through the top of the fourth. Pushing up to 50 pitches in this game. Marty Dempsey is going to get a nice hit, getting past the glove of the first baseman for a leadoff single here, bottom of the fourth. And we bring across another run here. Benito Vasquez is going to look to do just that here, as Marty Dempsey is going to get across home plate. So an RBI single for Vasquez in this one. His third RBI of the game. That was going to be a double play, but couldn't be fielded cleanly over at first. So Iron Pig will have to settle for one out there. Carl McIntyre not going to be able to make them pay, though, as he will fly out to left to end the fourth. But Vasquez will still extend our lead. We'll count pitch for How Yu Lee. How Yu Lee is actually correct. But he'll get a hit on that one as he smokes that one to center field. Henry Castellano up next. He's swinging at the fastball low in the zone. That's been Diego Moya's go-to strikeout pitch today. Went for another one there. Not going to be a strikeout, but a flip behind the back from Rincon is going to end the inning. Nice looking play there. We'll bring up the heart of this Charlotte order. Full count pitch for Jason Gill. That one's going to go down fair in left. Should be extra bases for Gill, as a leadoff double puts us in a good spot here, bottom of the fifth. Contact hitting coming into play in this one, as well as some rare power. And that would also end the day. Now going into the bullpen for Iron Pigs is Lake Bakar. I have no idea how you would pronounce that name. He's going to strike out Alberto Rincon regardless. And then he's going to continue that striking out with Leandro Velasquez. So pitch change works out well for the Iron Pigs. And we waste the leadoff double. Carlos De La Cruz would come up and draw himself a walk from Diego Moya. Here, top of the sixth. Now Rincones gets that one past the diving glove of both Rincon and Vasquez. So that'll put a man on the corners here for the Iron Pigs. One out. This one hit well by Ethan Wilson. It's going to be caught, but that should be enough to tag up the runner, and so a sacrifice fly from Ethan Wilson brings this to a 2-run ball game. Scott Kingery going to lift this one. Couldn't take advantage of the lifted curveball there, so Iron Pig will settle for just the 1 run in the inning. Bachar is back out on the mound for the Iron Pigs, and Benito Vasquez with 2 outs gets himself a single. First 2 batters went down quietly, but Vasquez will extend the inning a bit. We'll see if Blake Boyer can continue here. Hits this one decently well. Going to be caught though at right field, flashing the glove. We'll go down without extending our lead. Jason Gill on the other end doing kind of the same move we just saw over in left field now. But Hao-Yu Lee will get walked on just 4 pitches, and that's going to end the day for Moya. And that's going to bring in Andreas Ornelas. He was somebody that we picked in this last draft. I think he was our 4th round pick, but the walks are going to continue here in this inning now. A full count pitch for Lester as well. This one is smoked to McIntyre, and that's going to bring a runner across as the throw was not on time. And so now we're just looking at a 1-run lead here. Strikeout there would end the 7th for Ornelas. But the Iron Pigs just continue to slowly chip away at this lead. Both teams with 9 hits. Alden Evans, 2 outs again here, but once again with 2 outs, we are extending the inning with a single. And that puts a very promising hitter up to see if we can continue this inning still, but looks like it's kind of been home run or bust in this episode for Rincon. Had that very exciting hit, but hasn't done much else for us. Ordonez would come out once again for the 8th, but he would allow a hit here to lead it off to Gabriel Rincones. I would bring up Ethan Wilson here. That one is going to be chopped to Rincon, and we've got ourselves a 3-6-1 double play there. Nicely gloved by Rincon. Defense is definitely not his specialty, but showed some nice ability there. A walk would extend the inning here, but not for very long, as Mike Antico is going to pop out 2 shorts. Now middle of the 8th. We've got one last chance before the save opportunity to extend this lead. Unfortunately, though, we would waste it as we go down 1-2-3 in the 8th. So not the easiest of save opportunities for Ezra Rodriguez, who started this at bat 0-2, but then pitched 4 consecutive balls. Quite disappointing there, for being honest. This one would be a pop out here for the first out of the 9th. 2 outs left to go to secure the victory. Bringing up Josh Lester. He's had a really good game thus far. 2 for 4, 2-2 pitch coming up. And that good game is going to continue here as he gets a nice hit out to left center field. And that one's going to leave the yard. Lehigh Valley now has the lead. Top of the 9th. Ezra Rodriguez is going to blow the save. And just didn't feel very good after having that first at-bat go from 0-2 to a walk. And it's going to come back to haunt him there. Jorge Alfaro is going to try to make this lead even larger now for the Iron Pigs. And that would spell the end of the day for Ezra Rodriguez. Easily the worst we've seen him pitch in any of the games we've seen him thus far. But a double play is going to end the inning for Lehigh Valley, but now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's us. We've had the lead for the entirety of this game, but Lehigh stole it in the 9th. First out, Vasquez goes down. Then Blake Boyer swinging at the pitch outside. He grounds out as well. Now we've got the top of the order, but Carl McIntyre has not had a good game today. He is 0 for 4. Maybe the law of averages, and he gets on base. But instead, he's going to pop this one out to right. And Lehigh Valley is going to steal this win from Charlotte. Thought we had this one in the bag for the majority of this game. But they just chipped away a run in an inning here, a run in an inning there, and we just couldn't score after the 4th. And so offense really died out on us in the second half of this game. Josh Lester, obviously the game MVP, easily deserves it. That would put us to 3-2 on the season. That's all I've got for this episode. I'll be back soon with another, and I will see you then.